Hey guys, Mr. Boyer here, just trying to give you a demonstration of the first problem here of what I'd like you guys to do. We're talking about quadratic regression and some problems I have for you here. Instructions are fairly detailed, but for sixth period you haven't done this yet, third period you've done it for a day or so. So I figured I'd give you one quick example of what you have here in this packet. The first thing you have to realize is that, yes, I'm human and I make mistakes. As I said earlier, we are doing quadratic regression, and I already made copies, so I'm not going to kill another tree. So the first thing you need to know is we're not doing the linear, we're doing the quadratic regressions, which is basically option 5 instead of option 4 when we go through the process. So quadratic regressions. All right, so when you open it up, you're going to see some problems here, and they're going to have some tables. And the very first step says stat, edit, enter values into L1 and L2. So stat, edit, and if you have things in there you don't want, like I just put some random numbers into list 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're not exactly random, but put some numbers in there. If you need to clear out some numbers, just hit clear and enter. So if you have stuff in list 1 and list 2, you can go ahead and go to the top and hit clear and enter. And then I typed in the numbers that I have for school year and percent of classrooms that have laptops. I put a little star here. Do not enter in L1. Don't do the bottom one because you don't have an answer for the bottom one. That would give you a mismatch error. This 2016 is what you're going to plug in on step 7. Okay, so step 1 is done. Pretty simple. And then stat, calc, quadratic regression. So we're going to go stat. We're going to go right arrow for calc. And 5 is quadratic regression. Again, we want the quadratic because these are either going to be increasing then decreasing, decreasing then increasing, or growing exponentially. So we have list 1, list 2, and then store, we're going to store into y1. And it tells you in here to get to y1, you're going to go to variables, y variables, and functions. So vars or variables is right here next to clear. And then y vars, and then function. The very first one is y1. What that does is that stores the equation it comes up with into y1. So when I go down to hit enter and hit calculate, it gives me a very complicated equation. And when I go to y equals, it's already listed in there for me, so I don't have to type that in. Step 4 says turn on plot 1 by going to y equals and pressing enter on plot 1. Well, plot 1's on the top left, so I'm going to go up to plot 1 and hit enter. Plot 1 is turned on. And then it says, step 5, zoom 9. This is the stat zoom, so zoom 9. And you can see all the points that we have on there. We don't have to worry about the window. Zoom 9 fits it in there very nicely, and you can see how the graph follows close to those points, the curve of best fit. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to go far enough to get our answer. So step 6 says change the X max to fit the question under window. All right, so under window, window's the button here on the top left next to y equals. The X max here is 2011. Well, on the paper, I want 2016. So I'm going to make this 2016. Now I'm going to go back to the graph. And step 7, enter the X value, that's the 2016, by second trace value. So I go second, which is my blue button, trace, and value. So it says X equals, and again, we want the number on the bottom left, which is 2016. Halloween parties, it would be 100. So I just have some random things that I looked up online. Attending Halloween parties and the percentage of people. Frankly, if I make it to 100, I'm going to every Halloween party, every party I can make it to. So percent of people there probably should be 100, although it's not going to be. So 2016, hit enter, and it gives me a Y value of 102. Now, I realize that 102% of the classrooms doesn't quite make sense, but I'm going to put it in there, 102. Some of these are a little bit out of date. I basically have taken some old stats and put them in here. So yes, you're going to get numbers that may be over 100% or something that may not be 100% realistic, but we'll try to get through today and then tomorrow. Save this for tomorrow. We'll go over it. We'll take a look at what we're doing in class and one more day until Thanksgiving break. So that's pretty awesome. So hopefully this was helpful. I believe Miss Hicks is the sub today. So hi, Miss Hicks. And hopefully you guys are having a great day. Third period, enjoy the rest of your day and lunch. Sixth period, enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.